This is Dan of Vagabond Awake, the YouTube channel for vagabondbuddha.com. Today I'm going to show you videos of Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, as I discuss why it may be worth visiting, but it's not on my favorite retire cheap in paradise locations lists. But no need to take notes. Everything I say is in writing. Just click the link in the notes below this YouTube video to get cost of living, livability factors, best area to stay, cheapest flights, walking tour, the Mekong Delta tour, the Cu Chi tunnels tour, and the nightlife tour, plus our digital nomads in Ho Chi Minh life and food, and Ho Chi Minh facts and history, plus our best retire cheap in paradise locations in the world. I travel around the world and identify the best retire cheap in paradise locations. 65 countries so far. There are 50 plus retire cheap reports worldwide at Vagabond Buddha. My life has become about helping people find retirement dreams on a budget. Helping others with what I have learned gives me a sense of purpose. There's a link here. Click that to see if we are still running a special promotion for our members only access to retire cheap reports and action guides. Today I'm discussing my 1,300 USD per month retire in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam guide. Okay, there is a cost of living table on the web page, and it ranges for a backpacker type living frugally to someone like myself who also lives frugally but would want to stay in a one-bedroom apartment with kitchen so I could cook some of my own meals, which I enjoy doing. The table ranges with that range from about $500 a month to $900 per month to live in retire cheap in Ho Chi Minh. The estimated cost of living for 1 month that I just said is for one person as a temporary visitor. It only includes rent, 2 meals per day, and local transportations. For a full understanding of what it would cost you to live here, just visit numbeo.com for Ho Chi Minh and add any items that you spend money on each month that are not in the table. Never move anywhere until you have visited first personally to verify the living costs for your lifestyle and needs. I'm not guaranteeing these prices. These are just my notes and estimates from the time of my visit. If you buy anything using our links, flights, tours, accommodations, you'll pay nothing extra, but we'll make a small commission. It'll help us continue to make these guides and videos. Okay, Ho Chi Minh livability factors. Here's why you should consider retiring in Ho Chi Minh for cheap, and why I would not choose to live here for more than a few years or a few weeks or months. For me, it's more a great place to visit. Okay, walkability I would say is medium. If you live in Zone 1, which is like the most interesting area, you should be able to just walk around and get all your needs satisfied. You can use Google Maps to find the public bus to get anywhere outside Central or Zone 1 for very little money, including you can go to the International Airport for about 20 cents. Ho Chi Minh is not a good place to first learn how to ride a scooter in Asia. I don't recommend that. Okay, internet. Hi. The internet is great in Ho Chi Minh unless you are one of many people on a shared Wi-Fi router. Overall, there's not much trouble with the internet at all in Vietnam. Okay, food. Hi. Local restaurants in Ho Chi Minh are about 20% more expensive than local restaurants in mid-sized and small cities in Vietnam. Tablecloth restaurants serving foreign foods in Ho Chi Minh can be 50% more than other parts of Vietnam. But it's still a large savings overall as compared to many other parts of the world. There's also a large diversity of foreign foods and regional foods from other parts of Vietnam, as you would expect in an international city. Weather, I would say, is high. Average highs days range seasonally from the highs range from a low of about 87 Fahrenheit or 31 Celsius in December to a high of 94 Fahrenheit or 35 Celsius in April. Average lows or nights range seasonally from a low of about 70 Fahrenheit or 21 Celsius in January to a high of 78 Fahrenheit or 26 Celsius in April. The rainy season is May through October, when at least some rain falls in 18 or more days of the month. Things to do, I would say, is high for Ho Chi Minh. Museums, fine dining, art galleries, live entertainment, symphony, opera, tai chi, yoga, biking, martial arts, bar hopping, cooking classes, arts and crafts, exercising in parks, large malls, libraries, ballroom dancing, sports, boating, just about everything you would expect in an international city of 8 million plus people. Social considerations, high. You should be able to find all sorts of people that love what you love to do for fun. Just Google and you will see what I mean. Google Ho Chi Minh for your topic. Okay, expats, hi. There are 2 Facebook groups for Ho Chi Minh's expat. That should help you find whatever and whoever you need as you establish your new society here. You can start asking questions there on those web pages before you make a final decision of whether or not to do a site visit here. Links provided to the 3 Facebook web pages. Okay, real estate, hi. I do not recommend buying real estate in Vietnam. The rents are too low here, so if you had to rent, if you bought a place and you had to rent it out for any reason, you would not get a good return on your investment. Better to keep your real estate in your home country, rent that out, and use the higher income to live here, or just keep your money invested in the markets. Then you could hand the keys to your Vietnamese landlord if you ever decide to move to another country or part of Vietnam, rather than try to sell a place. I'm ranking this high, meaning good, because it's easy and cheap here to rent compared to much of the world. So it's great with regards to cost of living, with regards to rents. Cheaper places in mid or small-sized cities, but for a big city, it's definitely cheap. Okay, medical, high. I've been to the FV hospital in Ho Chi Minh before, and my trust level is high for that. You shouldn't have too much trouble with medical care at this hospital. Link provided. Okay, visa requirements, high. I love this part about Vietnam. 2 Americans we met living here do not bother with retirement visas. They just get a new 1-year visa every year. There are companies that will pick you up at your house, take you to the border once a year to exit Vietnam and re-enter for another 1-year visa. You have to fill out some paperwork, attach a few photos, and the cost is $75, including the bus ride, lunch, and a new visa stamp. This is only available for Americans. Other countries only get a 3-month visa in Vietnam. That means they have to do 4 visa runs per year. But both said that despite the Vietnam War, people love Americans here. I did not independently check the accuracy of these visa runs, but we got a 3-month visa using an online process that just took 1 day and cost like 25 bucks. Link provided. Okay, pollution low. The air quality is very poor here in Ho Chi Minh. Okay, Ho Chi Minh desirability score, I would say medium. Despite so many positive aspects of living in Ho Chi Minh, I would not seriously consider moving here. A great place to visit, but I wouldn't retire here. The air quality is too low for everyday life. If I moved to Vietnam, I would live in Nha Trang, Hoi An, or Da Nang. Retire cheap reports available for those on the webpage. I'll be doing a final ranking of the best places to live in Vietnam soon. Subscribe so you'll see it when it is published. If you're finding any value here, could you please like it, comment, share, or subscribe? Your simple act of kindness will move us up in the Google and YouTube search ranking so our business grows faster. If you'd like to learn how to fire your boss and live in paradise for peanuts, grab a free copy of my ebook, How to Fire Your Boss and Travel the World. Okay, best area to stay in Ho Chi Minh. I'm providing some links here where to stay in Zone 1. There's a hostel, I think it's for like $6-7 bucks a night. There's a place where we stayed, which was $16 a night when we were here. The Wi-Fi worked great and hot showers, plus we had our own balcony. It's down an alley from a food court, so it's not good if you're trying to impress anyone with respect to the outside, but that is not our thing. So it was great for us since everything we needed was there and it was clean and nice inside. There's also a highly rated hotel here This is more suitable if you need to impress anyone. Airbnb, if you're new, there's also an Airbnb link here. If you're new to Airbnb, use the link to get a big discount. That would provide you with a kitchen type facilities in your place if you like to cook. Cheapest flights to Ho Chi Minh, we always get our cheapest flights on Skyscanner. They have a web crawler that works great, and it's link provided. We took a sleeper bus from Mune to Ho Chi Minh for about $7. Link provided for that also. Ho Chi Minh walking tour. There's a walking tour here and a video. You can watch the video for the walking tour. It looks fun. Take the tour. I won't talk too much about it now. Let's just come to the web page, watch the video. If it looks fun, take the tour. There's a map and there's a write-up on all the places we visited. Okay, the best Mekong Delta tour in Vietnam. There's a video here for that. We took this tour. If it looks fun, click the link and sign up. Take the tour yourself. You pick the language. Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, the Cu Chi Tunnels tour. These are tunnels about 2 hours from Ho Chi Minh that you can take. There are these underground tunnels that the Viet Cong used to protect themselves from Agent Orange and carpet bombing done by the U.S. during the Vietnam War. And it's interesting to see these tunnels. I recommend it. Okay, Ho Chi Minh nightlife. There's also a video here of our recommended nightlife tour. Watch the video if it looks fun, then visit the 2 spots that we think are best for the nightlife. And then finally, digital nomads in Ho Chi Minh life and food experiences. There's a list of the restaurants that we ate at. There's a video of that and links to each of the ones that of our approved restaurants for our stay here. Okay, Ho Chi Minh facts and history. Here's some interesting facts about Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. Ho Chi Minh is the largest city in Vietnam with about 8 million people and 13 million including the surrounding metro area. Many still refer to Ho Chi Minh as Saigon, but the city was renamed Ho Chi Minh to honor Ho Chi Minh after the fall of Saigon after the Vietnam War ended in 1975. Ho Chi Minh died before the war ended, so he doesn't know a city was named after him. This Ho Chi Minh area of Vietnam was known as Pre No Car when it was part of the Cambodia during the 𝐂𝐻 Empire. At that time, the 𝐂𝐻 grew cotton, so the city name means cotton stick. Pre No Car means cotton stick. Before the 𝐂𝐻 Empire held this ground, it was under the control of the Cham Empire from about the 2nd or the 4th century until the 11th century. There are records of people living here since about the 4th century. The king of Cambodia allowed the Vietnamese fleeing the Trinh Nguyen Civil War to settle here in the 17th century. Eventually, the Vietnamese were the dominant population in the area, and the 𝐂𝐻 and the Cambodians living here assimilated into the larger population. Later in the 17th century, the Nguyen Lord was sent here by the Nguyen rulers of Hue to establish the administrative control of this area. The Nguyen rulers renamed the city Gia Dien, which is the name of the first ruler, and later renamed it Saigon in the 18th century. In the mid-19th century, Vietnam was colonized by France. By 1929, 10% of the population of Saigon was French. Eventually, the Vietnamese pushed the French out of Vietnam in 1956 after an intervening period when Vietnam was under the control of the Japanese during World War II. During the Vietnam War, South Vietnam was a capitalist regime supported by the United States, and the North Vietnamese were a communist regime supported by Russia and China. The Vietnam War ended on April 30th, 1975, when Saigon fell to the north. The North Vietnamese call the same day the liberation of Saigon. Although Ho Chi Minh is surrounded by rivers flowing from the Mekong Delta and not far from the ocean, it is 19 meters or 62 feet above sea level. That should provide some protection as sea levels rise. Final thoughts. If you're interested in the subject of present moment awareness, my new videos on that subject are now posted here, link provided on the webpage. Please subscribe to vagabondbuddha.com or our YouTube channel to watch us move around the world and write more Retired Chief reports. 65 countries so far. To find out our members-only prices and benefits, watch the following video, link provided on the webpage. This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. Thank you for your interest in our 1,300 USD per month retire in Ho Chi Minh guide. The world is your home. What time will you be home for dinner?
This is Dan of Vagabond Buddha. Hey, we write reports about the best places in the world to retire cheap. Come on over to Vagabond Buddha and check us out. Just click the link below this video. Come to Vagabond Buddha, see what the sort of services and prices we have. Thanks so much.